We shoot most of our drone footage in 4K at 30 frames per second. Since we edit on a 24 frames per second timeline, we can slow the clips down by 20%. The result is a more dreamlike shot that lives somewhere in between real-time and standard slow motion.
If you've ever shot in log on any of your cameras, the same concepts apply here. Basically, it's an ultra-flat color profile that maximizes the dynamic range of the camera and gives you the most color grading flexibility in post-production. While it does take some extra work when coloring, shooting in D-Log can help you better match the footage from your other cameras. Here we have a flat shot. Then we'll make some basic adjustments, and then we'll add a final LUT to the shot. One great way to maximize resolution when you want a vertical-oriented photo is by shooting a vertical panorama. Just frame up your shot and select Pano in the photo mode menu and choose vertical. Then tap the record button and let the drone do the rest. It will take 3 photos that we can then edit and stitch together into a panorama using Lightroom. The background remains sharp, and now we have a larger field of view with a lot of resolution. After a crop, it's a 39 megapixel photo. You can also do this with bird's eye perspective shots to expand the field of view as well.
If your drone has the capabilities, a variable aperture can certainly come in handy. For video, you want to keep your shutter speed twice that of your frame rate to maintain natural-looking motion blur. Most of the time, you need an ND filter to attain this, but with a variable aperture, you can close the aperture to let less light in and keep your shutter speed correct without the need for an ND filter.
Since drones have become so obtainable, we've seen gratuitous drone shots on a regular basis, and they kind of lose their luster after a while. If you want your work to stand apart, consider flying at lower altitudes, utilizing slower movement, and even focus changes. Then, add sound effects and music to immerse your audience into the shot. Take this example for instance. Okay, now let's add sound.
There are cities that are akin to towns where I come from.
And here's another one. Unmute it, biatch. Try to think of methods to use your drone to better tell your story in unique ways.
Another example is using your drone for non-flying applications. We showed this in the behind the scenes for our music video we directed, but we basically put our Inspired 2 drone on a pool floaty to get the shot low across the pool. If we had flown it, the propellers would have caused ripples in the water, ruining the shot. We could also maintain focus using the remote control and app. Think of other ways you can use your drone's camera, built-in gimbal, and remote capabilities to get shots you may otherwise be unable to achieve.
For shots that require precise framing, try this technique. Carefully compose the shot you want the camera to end on, then perform the camera movement. When editing, just reverse the clip. This framing would have been a lot harder to get right if I flew right into it, so instead, I got the shot I wanted, then flew away from it. This video is sponsored by Storyblocks. This whole video is about drone techniques, but if you don't own a drone or don't have the footage you want for a specific project, you can find hundreds of good-looking HD and 4K clips on Storyblocks. Let's say we're working on a video from Iceland. We have some drone shots, but we think adding more with different angles and landscapes would really help fill in some gaps. Let's type in Iceland drone into the search box and see what we can find. Alright, let's grab a few of these. Now we'll just drop them into our project in Premiere. And we'll add some sound effects. All right, let's see what we came up with. As you can see, Storyblocks is a great solution. Hey Mom. Yeah, glad you're digging this video on drone tips. You want to make a sick vid of our family getaway to Muncie, Indiana, but don't own a drone? Ma, don't worry. Lucky for you, Storyblocks is just what you'll need. Just go to storyblocks.com/mangostreet and sign up to start getting those banger clips for your home movie. Alright Ma, I gotta finish this read. Smooches. Anyways, you can get unlimited downloads from their member library, as well as After Effects templates, motion backgrounds, and more. Just click the link in the description below to learn more about Storyblocks Video.